Trigmatic is a young Ghanaian musician born on the streets of Flamingo, a suburb of Dansoman, Accra, Dansoman, close to Shukura. Very street neighborhood, very G and gangster and hard. But it's a place that really taught me a lot in life. I understood that it was all about respect and honor coming from a place like that. It's about the strongest, about the smartest, the fastest, who's able to get to the top first and to maintain. So in a nutshell, I'm very prolific. I can be good, I can be bad. I can live with everybody. I can be mad. I can be smooth, I can be fun, and I can be crazy as well. That's basically Trigmatic. I love to read a lot because I realize that a lot of people are stuck where they are because they are one-sided, because we never get two ends of the story and stuff like that. I like to read around every bit, at least something small. Yeah, that's Trigmatic. And I love music. Prolific, modest, talented, prolific, because I'm able to flow with everybody. I'm able to swim in every water. Modest because I am modest. I mean, I'm not materialistic. What I have is what I have. What I don't have, I don't have. And anybody that comes around me learns that or takes that bit from me. Talented because I am, and you can't do anything about it. My music. I feel like my music has a special element that's able to affect people in many kinds or different kinds of ways. It's uplifting, and sometimes I believe it's because of my relationship with God. It's able to draw the inner part of every human being to wake up. When you listen to the songs I've done in the past and even presently, it all has an agenda, and the agenda is to push positivity, is to have a sane environment. This is what I wish that my music would do: empower, to create sanity, to in as much as I want people to have fun, I want them to also start thinking about us as Africans, as people, as humans, and love each other. Even if it's just a man and woman's love, it has to be genuine, it has to be strong and powerful. That's what my music stands for. And the Eighth Element is my latest album, my fourth studio album. We're still working on another EP coming out soon. But I mean, I love the organic African sound, especially the Ghanaian sound, which is high life music. I like to incorporate that in every sound that I put out. I love that the new Afro soul. I'm enjoying some neo soul, but I love the Afro soul. I love to bring back the Ejako Nimos, the Fela vibe, the Yusundo, the Salif Keita vibe. The Richard Boners. They're still alive. Richard Boner is still alive, but I like to take bits and pieces from all these people and create a magical sound. My best collaboration. Every collaboration I've ever done. But I mean, I'll say maybe my favorite one for now will be Jane Chakimore with Wiyala. I always say that because I think it's one of the most challenging songs that I've done. Besides music, I love to see myself as a people's person. So I love social work, going out there and reaching out to people. We're working on Music Speaks as a project for young people. It's a dialogue series that we're on. We make sure that we bring like-minded people together. We touch on topics that things that we foresee and start doing something about them now. And it always starts with dialogue. That's what Music Speaks is about. I'm on a great project. I'm into farming. I'm trying to push the Matic Foundation as well. I work with other foundations. I used to be the ambassador for Food for All, but that's done. Currently, I'm pushing a Grow Ghana, Eat Ghana agenda for agriculture. I'm doing so many other things. Sometimes I just I lose sight of them. But these are the few projects. We have Be Wired as as a youth-based company, or maybe a startup, if I should say, where we have young people in tech and social media trying their hands on other brands. I'm doing the Matic Music Club, which is a branch of the Global Leaders Program, and Matic Music Club helps young children to find themselves in the field of music and also empower them, work on their motor skills. Now that we have COVID, for instance, if they were playing music or they had instruments and they were playing, it would take them off the stress, and parents will have time to go do other things because they know their kids are home practicing their instruments. That's what the Matic Music Club is about. These are the few things that I'm doing. I feel it's important to develop in other ways aside music, because it's a thing of life. We are growing, and in life, I'm a marketing student, and I realized that even with marketing and products, when you look at the product cycle, the new strategies are used at every stage of the cycle, and it's just like human beings. Every stage of your life, you need something else to equip you for that stage. So it's important to develop every bit of you. Even physical development is very, very important. So not just mental development, not just building, the soulish part of you, but also every other thing. So I think it is important because it's a way of equipping yourself for what lies ahead of you. Okay. Whew. COVID-19. Special COVID. It's affected things for me both ways. Positively, negatively, it has. I mean, in every negative situation, there's still a positive situation. For my shows, yes. Worldwide, it hits all of us who are into performances, live performers. We were affected greatly because, yes, we had a few shows. We were not able to attend them. Why? Because there's COVID, and then, there's this other thing about, not being able to even travel to do stuff, or not being able to interact with people. Our job has to do with human relation. Our job has to do with dealing with people directly. So yes, the concerts have been cancelled. Even small gatherings have been cancelled. But then there's the good news, which is virtual. Everybody's going virtual. The world would have entered into the digital space one way or the other. COVID just became a catalyst to make this process faster. So we would have gotten here. And I think this is a wake-up call for all of us to know that one way or the other, you should have a way to get your foot into the digital space, because it is very, very important, where you won't be stuck with the traditional way. So the positive part is that it woke us up. Secondly, we realized that all other things don't matter about our lives, because people who had bought their Lamborghinis, who had bought their fresh whips, all the Bugattis, they couldn't use them, because there's COVID. So it was packed. People living in their houses were still dying. No matter your money, people were dying. So the other side is that you realize that modesty is everything, and humans are the most important things, beings around. So we needed care, we needed love. We realized that we didn't need all the cars and all these things. That's another positive side. Another positive side is it unearthed a lot of talents within me. I didn't know that I could even do Music Speaks online. I didn't know I could reach out to people a bit more, because it got to a time out of boredom. I was doing all these live sessions and all of that. So COVID did bring something. I did some small design in B, just trying my hands on new things, always thinking about new ideas. Also, it gave me room to reflect, to write, and to create new stuff. With young people who want to get into business, I always say, always fish out for problems. If you're able to find the problems around you and you get solutions to these problems, that's your business right there. That's you giving back to your business. I mean, you realize that you have friends around you, they love, to show themselves on Instagram, on Facebook. You're good with a camera, you have a phone, or you have a gadget, you can record them and do some editing with an app. That's a business right there. You realize that, hey, because there's COVID, people can't go out to buy food, but you live in an apartment where you have other tenants, you can cook 2 or 3 things, you can serve them with it and they'll pay for it. I mean, that's your business right there. So fish out for the problems. And I always say that, look, don't think small, think big, but learn to start small. Think big, learn to start small. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, know also that you can't follow the status quo. You are a cut from a different cloth. You can't think like everybody else. You are daring. You are never afraid. You are able to go out there and fight. Like sometimes, as a team, like we know that things are tough. Like, times are hard. There's no money, but we go out there, we have meetings, and we are mentioning big monies, and we say, yeah, we will do it. That's the spirit of an entrepreneur. That's the spirit of a go-getter. You bring ideas that are crazy. You're thinking outside the box. Somebody asks you, what do you see? And you begin to imagine, and you mention things that are even not in existence. That's how I want you to think. I don't want you to think what is on the paper. Entrepreneurs go beyond what's on the paper. They unearth new things. And so think around, explore with your mind. Try new things. And if you want to get into business, be business minded. Read about, have a mentor. Read about the business you want to get into, the field you want to get into, what is new, how can you put yourself in it, think 5 years ahead, look at succession plans and stuff like that. I support Bright Ideas because this gives a platform to young entrepreneurs to bring on fresh ideas, new minds, and then get support for it. It also teaches them the concept of pitching. It teaches them taking their business seriously. If you come on and you don't end up winning or being supported or whatever, it's a form of support because you learn a lot. You get an understanding of what you want to sell to the people out there. So I love this initiative. Anything that empowers young people, especially young Black people, because this is the future. We are the future. We are taking over. It's takeover time, and we can't take over if we're not helping ourselves. So I support Bright Ideas 100. I want to hear what these amazing guys have to share with us. I want to hear some crazy ideas and see if we can throw in some cash to make things happen. I want to say big up to all the guys behind Bright Ideas. This is an initiative that needs to be encouraged. God bless.
Where we dey go? Where we dey go?